Greetings and welcome to another episode of the Planetary Persuader. I am Kozmic Kev, your host. This is for the weekend beginning the 23rd of June 2017. Now, we just got done with the summer solstice, so from here on out, the days are going to get a little shorter, a little bit shorter. I mean, you won't really notice it for a few weeks, but after that, you'll start to notice a little bit of a shadow growing. And another thing is today we have a new moon, and looks like the new moon is about 2 degrees 47 minutes Cancer, so that would be about 8 degrees Gemini, and I'm thinking that that is the nakshatra of Ardra, and Ardra is ruled by the North Node. And Ardra is symbolized by the teardrop. And it means moist, it can mean green, it's ruled by, its ruling deity is Rudra, which is like kind of a god of wind and wailing. And a lot of times, you know, North Node is about our disappointment. And it's about what we wish we could have had, but we didn't get it. And I'm thinking we just got done with the Mrigashira Nakshatra, now we're in Ardra. And because it's all contained in Gemini, in Vedic, and you know, that's what's astronomically closer to being correct, this is where we look for our soulmate. We look for the sacred consort. And the holy marriage, and that's something that we do. When we look in Vedic astrology, we look at air signs as kama, sensual. When we look at Western astrology, we call this Cancer new moon, and water signs are sensual, emotional, and mucous membrane-y, and all that stuff. In Vedic astrology, the air signs are much more like that. Air signs in Western astrology are really cold, kind of, you know, they're like distant, removed, detached, yes, but very smart and intellectual and lively and all that kind of stuff. Like, okay, but I just want to mention, whenever there's a new moon or full moon, I like to give the Vedic nakshatra, because it gives a little bit of a flavor to it. So this moon has something about desire. So we look at Cancer new moon. You know, Cancer in Western astrology, we think about, well, who's our tribe? Cancer's key phrase is I feel. What are our emotions? And who are we willing to let in? Sometimes Cancer as a sign is considered to be somewhat myopic. You know, like they're not seeing that far away, and that they have the side blinders like a horse on, so they're not distracted by the other realities that might sway them. And of course, you know, we associate it with mother and cooking and family and setup of elders in our family too. And Cancer is also like the last sign, in a way, of our personal development. You know, Aries through Cancer is more of our personal development. Leo through Scorpio is our creative involvement with the world. Sagittarius through Pisces is our release and our spiritual development. Okay. So, we're going to just do this now. Your horoscope, sign by sign, beginning with Aries. Greetings, Aries. Welcome to your horoscope. Okay, so Uranus is in the first house. Sun is now in the fourth house. Mercury is now in Cancer, also in the 4th house. So there's a stellium happening right now in the 4th house. And it means there's a lot to do with your home, your domestic environment, the older adults in your family. This is where all the action is taking place, okay? Now, we've got Pluto in the midheaven, so transformation, your ability to be flexible, even in the face of death and disaster, is so important right now. And listening to your intuition and your highest spiritual aspirations and your dreams, that too is very important. And relationship issues should be improving with Jupiter direct in the 7th house, so good things are happening to you. And I mean, even though your Uranus and Jupiter are going back to being in opposition pretty soon, it's like spiritual inspiration and social, political, intellectual responsibility, kind of having an interface with each other. What electrifies you, but what really makes you feel high, what makes you feel good. And some of you might be moving, a lot of moving themes this time of year, with the 4th house being our home environment. Well. Let's talk to our dear friends of the bovine clan, Taurus. So Taurus, what we're looking at this week is, we have Venus in the 1st house now, but it's not going to be there forever. We've got, you got about a week and a half left of that. And so there is this, and so Venus is actually in... is going to be in Vedic Taurus by the end of the week. And so there's a deepening of love that's going on right now. And there's an extra interest in community, in working with your hands, in working with other people, and uniting with your siblings and old friends you grew up with, cousins, getting together with neighbors, getting to know your local environment more, enjoying short trips. It's like sometimes instead of going on a big, what we call the big ass summer vacation, sometimes having like a lot of long weekends, little camping trips by the lake, things like that, that really can make it for a sweeter summer, because you maintain your involvement and maintain a little bit of extra bliss with those long days and those sultry nights. I had somebody complain about really nice weather today. You know what? In any situation, that just goes to show me, there's always someone that wants to rain on the parade. There's always someone that feels a little less than, or they want to show their ability to distinguish things from how different they were before, to look smart. Be on the lookout for that, Taurus. You're going through a lot of transformation right now with Saturn in the 8th house, and there's a little bit of a rebel inside you that's interfacing with your own personal health, and so when Jupiter's in the 6th, you can either grow muscles or you can grow fat. It's up to you in your health life, what you want to do for yourself. Because it's a growth thing. It's a growth thing with Jupiter. Well, hello, Gemini. Welcome to your horoscope. And so, your season is over. Cancer rules your 2nd house. 2nd house is money. 2nd house is wealth. And I would think with this new moon in Ardra, this kind of business desire is coming up in you. Like, oh yeah, I got a plan. I know what to do. I can make this work. I've got a strategy here. So it's important to listen to those type of things. And it's important to just deal with your finances, to protect your assets, to offer what you have to offer, have ads out, let people know, social media, whatnot. This is what's going on. And relationship issues, not that easy with Saturn. And so you constructively work on them. It's like if you're tired, rest. If you have the energy to do more, to do better, do that. Just show responsibility, show a gentle consistency, and things are going to work out. They are going to work out for the best. Plus, their love life's good, too. Okay. Hello, Cancer. And welcome to your horoscope. Okay. So what are we looking at here? Well, we've got the moon in your first house as of 3 o'clock, 3:07 p.m. And at 7:31 p.m., still almost like 2 hours before the sun goes down. I mean, really, or before it gets dark, at least an hour and 15 minutes before it gets dark, you're going to have the new moon. You're going to have this refreshment. You're going to have this new step that you can take, move forward, and take things in a direction that you want to take them. And I think one thing about Ardra is it really refers to like emotional sensitivity. Certainly something Cancer is known for, even though it might be in Vedic Gemini. So getting in touch with our sensitive side and say, yeah, this is me. I feel this. And a lot of times just feeling things and going through them is a heck of a lot better than repressing them and not going through them at all. So your sensitivity can be a good thing. You just have to honor it and find appropriate places and ways to express it. Sounds good. You got a strong sense of direction. You got Mars in the first house. You're ready to move forward. You're ready to do things. Take your life to another level. With Saturn in the 6th house, you may have been dealing with some health issues that were nagging you. You may have to readdress those issues. Partnership, what that means to you, it's evolving, it's changing. Your spiritual life is it's expanding and it's opening up. You're learning more information. You can be either an inspiration or a prankster at work. Shocks and surprises at work. This is a pretty common theme with Uranus's transit in your 10th house. And Venus in the 11th. You have fun flirting and socializing. It's a lovely time. And so, no worries, This is the beginning of a great time, a great experience for you. I want you to move forward in that. Well, greetings, Leo, and welcome to your horoscope. So, we got the North Node still in Leo. And, wow. With the moon, the new moon today, is in your 12th house. So this is like your karma season. So if there's ever a time of year, I would say Leos, walk gently, pay attention to your inner life. Don't expand much. This is kind of like where you need to just sort of hone in on your own culture and your own abilities and do things to move forward. Do things to take you up a notch. Do things to take you further in a direction that's going to be ultimately helpful. And it's going to be good for you. And, with Saturn transiting Sagittarius, your 5th house, it's like that can mean you have to kind of like be a little bit more honest with your boundaries with your children. Not letting your children take advantage of you. Because sometimes kids, as an older, experienced adult, I can say kids can really take advantage of you. Especially your teenagers, your young adults. Even I have friends, I even have kids in their 40s that won't, let loose of them. That's pretty sad. It's partly their own fault too, because a lot of those baby boomers, they drove their kids to school and stuff, and they could walk and ride bikes, and just gave them all the Game Boys and let them eat chips and turn into diabetic, comatose cases. And it's like, well, this kind of is partly your own fault, parents. I hate to say this, but not all the parents. But right now, you got a lot of karma right now. You might have secret enemies, people that don't have your back. Pay attention to your dreams. They got things for you. And like with this North Node in Leo, it's like you have really strong desire. And the North Node relates to Ardra and this new moon. So if your whole trip right now is, man, I just want to get my spiritual life straight for the next 4 weeks, beautiful. You are there. You have arrived. You got the message. I don't have to worry about you. But if you're thinking you can take a bunch of risks right now without things falling apart, I'd be like, whoa, 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 whoa. Back up a little bit here. This is not a good idea. And the other thing is, what is a good idea, though, is that from your lessons, you're a good teacher. And you're going to help communicate to others really important stuff that can ultimately be inspiring. It can be beautiful. It can be lovely. And, you know, you got to work on your health, too. You know, Pluto's there. You got to transform that stuff. Okay. All right. Greetings, my little Virgo. Okay. So for Virgo, this is all about having good friends, having people that help you in your social position. So I would say to my Virgo friends, right now is not the time to just always be inside with the air conditioner or something. It's time to go to the pool party and, you know, get out in nature, out in creeks, but do social things with friends. Say, hey, let's go together, let's go swimming together, or, you know, get out in the boat on the river, or, you know, take a beach trip to the ocean or whatever, you know, up to the mountains and throw some snowballs in the high country, whatever it takes to cool down and to have a better social thing. Because you got helpful friends all around you, smart people, people with a lot of love and generosity. They're going to move your life forward, and that's part of what this new moon's about. And you kind of need that. And you too are hungry to have a better spiritual life, and, you know, money's going to start coming to you. So it's like you have to set space up to receive and make that money that you need to make. And you're going to have fun with this transformation. You're going to have a better spiritual life that's more rewarding to you. And everything's going to get better. Even sex. All right. Okay. I mean, unless you're asexual and you don't care, that's totally fine. And, you know, if you're like 7 years old watching this, or 97, I'm like, yeah, I mean, hey, I'm still open to you being happy in those. Well, you know, but there's, yeah, I hear you. Okay, well, greetings, Libra. Welcome to your horoscope. So you've got Jupiter moving direct in your first house. That's kind of a lift, but it's also a challenge. It's like, do I really want to set myself off into fanaticism and spiritual ecstasy, or just being a know-it-all from all my studies? I want more good fortune in my life. I mean, I want to be open to that. And a lot of times when Jupiter's transiting your first house, there's a lot of growth. You're going through some kind of growth experience, you know, when Jupiter's conjoining your Sun. So, I mean, having friends and siblings that you're to keep in contact with is a little bit difficult right now. There may even be an urge to remodel or move because your home life is changing. And just keeping a good spiritual attitude with any health issues you might be facing. Relationship eccentricities. Suddenly your husband or wife has it in it that they want to be underwater basket weavers, or martial arts experts, or, you know, electricians or something. All these things are possible. And your love life should be good. It should be juicy. It should be intense, with Venus in the 8th. And like I said last week, it's like you get a lot more responsibility in this Cancer time, because all these planets get in your 10th house of career. So anything you do career-wise, you're looking good, you're looking intelligent, you're looking like a real leader right now. And so this new moon is good for that. It's good for any kind of bold career moves. And you're hungry to have new friends and have a better social life. And I get that. And you're going to get that. All right. Well, hello, Scorpio. And welcome to your horoscope. So, I mean, definitely Scorpio in Western astrology gets a real bad rap because I go to websites. There's like ones even dedicated to Scorpio, and then you always have these like kind of like anti-Scorpio trolls. Like, oh my God, they're so jealous and intense. Oh my God, they're not that good. Oh my God, they're all deceptive and blah, blah. You know. And I'm just like, okay, this is really lightweight, shallow stuff that doesn't have any basis in reality or truth, because these people only know the fluff. And a lot of these just sun sign astrology books, people, I gotta warn you about them. Even this kind of horoscope, it's not all inclusive, all encompassing, you know, because there's like 10 other planets out there that are affecting your life. There's even asteroids that can affect your life, all kinds of things. You know, well, we call them the 9 planets in Vedic. The Greek Western astrologers just use that. They don't do the outer planet stuff. That really, you can do some really heavy work just with those. So Scorpio, on the good side, you've got Venus in the 7th house. So you definitely are kind of like, the love vibe is on. You're turning heads. Those, you know, you got your sexy on a little more than usual right now. And so that kind of helps. You know, you become a little bit more of the flavor of the month. It looks like traveling, getting like educational seminars, learning more. I mean, this is what's on for you with this new moon. This is kind of like your turn on the vacation light, you know. It's like, okay, we're ready, we're going to do something, you know. So a lot of you are going to go places. Jupiter direct in your 12th house, you know, just meditating, praying, trying to work in your spiritual life. And it's really not about feeling the bliss. I mean, that is nice when that happens, you're there, but it's really about the discipline. It's more about doing the work right now. And, you know, economically, you can manifest stuff. I mean, even though Saturn is there in the 2nd house retrograde, you have to poise yourself to receive. Empty baskets. Picture all the empty baskets. Get rid of stuff you don't use. Hoarding is one of the worst things you can do to create abundance in your life. Hoarding will make you poor. It will. And so I feel like don't do that, because you're in a lucky place right now, Scorpio. This new moon is lucky for you. This travel thing. And when you show generosity, the universe wants to reward you and give it back. So this isn't a time to just hang on. This is time to go on an adventure and feel the love all around you, because it's really, really there. All right. Well, hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your horoscope. So you've been dealing with this burden of Saturn going retrograde in your 1st house. And I would say that by the end of this week, it's going to be in Vedic Scorpio. And so, which is what most of you Sagittarians are anyhow. And so you're really going to feel it again. There's going to be issues that happen this winter that you didn't know about, how to handle. Well, they might come back and visit you in a different way. And so you need to address that. Having a higher aesthetic in your family life and in your home, making it more beautiful, inspiring spiritual thinking. And you're an inspiration anyhow. Uranus in Aries has been inspiring you. Venus in the 6th house is it's motivating you to try and look better. All these planets in Cancer, it's your 8th house, and this is all about transformation this week. You cannot be the same old Sagittarius or Vedic Scorpio. You have to allow other people to help you. This is the way to manifest, and you're pretty good at that. You're a good networker. I know that. But you can't expect to be in power in this thing. It's like somebody else has control right now. It might be your wife, might be your husband, it might be people whose property you live on. But go with it. Have mercy. As you're going through a time. Remember, this is a house of unjust reward. So don't take anything personally. You'll be okay. Okay, Capricorn. Yes, indeed, Capricorn. We are heading right into you. For you, this is all about partnership. This is about your relationship, and it's really a make or break time. When Mars is in the 7th house, one of the things of the 7th house is sometimes it can be open enemies. So if people have a problem with you, you're going to hear about it this week. You are. You're going to hear about it the next couple weeks. If somebody really loves you and likes you, this is a time where you're going to hear about that too. I mean, you're having fun with love. You love love. And Venus has been in your 5th house, so you've been, playing and feeling a good vibe. And like, yeah, let's do this thing, this love thing. But you have to have some responsibility and show people that you're not cold-hearted, that you can be generous, that you can be a wise leader, a compassionate leader, someone who invokes people's best qualities in the public. It's like, hey, I see this about you, this is what I love about you. That stuff's important, because that's going to help elevate you. It's going to help get you to a better place. Don't worry. We all need help. We all need it from each other. You got karma in your life with Saturn there. Make it right. Make things right with your elders. Make things right with authorities. Don't think you could just slip by Johnny Law and get away with crap. Wow, that stuff gets worse when you don't take care of it. Well, hello Aquarius. Welcome to your horoscope. So for you, Cancer is all about getting healthy. So it's like you got to take care of yourself. It's also uncles and aunts, small pets, and working with others in harmony. And when I see Mars there, I think, well, some people want to go as the individual, the competitive model. Competition is okay. But, when everybody's carrying a heavy thing together and one person wants to go really fast and another person can't, you have to go as fast as the slowest person together in order to get that thing done. No, there is no I in team. It means together everyone achieves more, and that's really what needs to be focused in your workplace. And, getting the benefit from uncles and aunts and small pets, that's all good, and taking care of your health, getting stronger. I mean, if you want to get in shape physically, this is a great time for you, Aquarius, a great week for that. But take care of yourself, avoid burnout, be good to yourself, be good to your health. Thank you, sir. Greetings, Pisces, welcome to your horoscope. So, Neptune in the 1st house makes things a little bit confusing. But it's also the breaker of confusion and brings the truth. But you also have Mars and Mercury in your 5th house. So this is about celebration time. It's about happiness. It's about really supporting your children, supporting all your creative endeavors and creative works, and being a real support to young people around you if you don't have children of your own. And the main message of the 5th house is be in your heart. Be in your heart, Pisces. Bring that love and show that you can contain good limits at work. Come on, most of you are Vedic Aquarians. You know about structure and how things operate. Don't just get all mushed out in the abyss, if you're born on the 17th or, the 15th of March or afterwards, yeah, you got an excuse. All right, I get you. But the rest of you, no. Bring it. Bring your leader. Bring your good stuff. And you know what? I look forward to hearing from you. I love your comments. And let's do this again next week on the Planetary Persuader with me, Kozmic Kev, your host.